Welcome everyone to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're going to be going over the Sith Infiltrator from the new Movie Heroes line. That's out in stores now. As with most of this line, it's just a repack from an earlier release, and I believe it was in 2007 from the 30th anniversary. It's the exact same ship. Show you some of the other vehicles that's being released in the line. It's a nice ship. If you missed it earlier, this is a good chance to grab it. To show you the ship itself. It's pretty well made. It's got a lot of detail. Now this is the first one that I've owned, so I don't have the other one to compare it to. I'm sure that there could be some paint differences, some minor things like that I've noticed on like the other releases in the Movie Heroes vehicle line, like the pod racers, things like that. Some minor paint changes, maybe some minor sculpt changes. Nothing major at all. See the bottom of it here. Overall, it's a real nice ship. Some of the features on this ship. Now I'll go over here like the landing gear. If you can see this. The landing gear can move up and down some. Not a huge feature or anything, but it does matter on how the ship comes to a rest. It allows the feet to go flat depending on if it's a little different, so I like that. Makes it look a little bit more realistic. Also for playability, if you're landing or whatever, it kind of looks more realistic with that movement. Just a small thing, but I kind of like that touch. Back here you have the basically a solid piece that comes down that the ship rests on in the back. It doesn't move or anything. Now if you look at the wings, or the back wings, you notice they're folded in. There is a button right here on the bottom of the ship. Now if you press that button, your wings will come out like that. That's one feature. Now the ship will not land with these in this mode, obviously, because the bottom of the wings will hit. I think it looks better this way. It would be nice if it did land in this form, but it doesn't. And all you do to get them back is just squeeze them, snap them back in, and then they'll stay. Another feature, and I'm not too keen on this feature, it looks good but it's a little difficult, is the whole front end of the ship is hiding two hidden weapons, two launch missiles. And basically you just have to grab the front of the ship here and kind of pull. But the problem comes is when you pull, not both sides detach it always. So we're going to have one side that comes apart like this, and then this side is still attached. What you have to be careful is that they're actually geared together. There's these gears inside, and if you just pull this side, if it comes loose and you just pull it on down, you're going to strip those gears. You're going to mess the inside up. So as soon as you see that one side is pulled off, you need to detach the other like this. Now, if you'll notice, if I grab one, both sides of the ship will, or the other side will move. So, as you can see, these two arms. Now when you get this ship, you'll have to attach them. And you'll have to be careful too when you put them together. There's these places here that they snap on. It takes a little bit of force. You just have to be careful. As you can see now, when it's in this mode, when it opens up, you have two launchable missiles. And they are launched... well, actually, let me go over there. Well, there's a switch right here, as you can see, located right behind each missile to the side. Right there. And all you do is mash it forward, and I'll kind of show you here. I can do it with my hands without losing it. Let's see. Well, there we go. Okay, see that? And they launch fairly hard, not too bad. Now the instructions. I also want to go over this extra part here. It also comes with two launchable probes, Sith probes. Let's see if we can get zoomed in there. If you will look on the instruction sheet, it tells you to place the probes inside of here, inside the launch tubes that are concealed. But that's not the way, that's a misprint. That's not the way it's designed, because if you place the launchable probes inside of here, this will close up just fine. But when you place the longer missiles here, the front of the fuselage will not be able to open. It'll hit those missiles. So that's not how it's supposed to be. But I will show you on the instruction sheet here that you get. If you look on this side, it tells you to put the long missiles inside of this, the wing section of the ship, and to place the probe droid launchers inside the concealed department. But that is not correct. And to verify that also, if you look on the box itself, you'll see that the probe droids are fired from the wing section. So, it seems like whoever's in Hasbro's, who's over the printing of the materials and the packaging, may need to work on their their details, because this and the misprint on the dewback packaging is misleading. But anyway, then you just take the fuselage, make sure it's lined up. There's another thing, you don't always line up to close. Make sure it's closed, and you can just snap it back together. Now on to the cockpit itself, which is located here. It hinges forward, has a place here you can kind of put your finger. It's a little tight, this one is. A little hard to get open, but it hinges from this point, and as you can see, just lift straight up like that. It's pretty neat. You can kind of see through the red tinted part of the glass. Kind of gives it that Sith Infiltrator look to it, which I like. The detail inside the cockpit, there's not a lot of paint going on. Matter of fact, there's no paint going on. A lot of detail, but no colors. If you can see that good. A lot of detail as far as in the molding itself, but no colors whatsoever. I would have liked to have seen something, anything. Some red paint for lights, anything would have give us something a little bit more exciting to look at. I love the red tinted windows. That was great, but once you get in, you're just kind of disappointed. Now, one other thing I want to talk about. I don't have this figure right now to show you, but they are also releasing a Darth Maul figure with his Sith speeder. It's in one of the new Movie Hero battle packs that you can get in stores right now. Now that figure is a repack from when this ship was originally released in the 30th anniversary. And it's designed to fit in this cockpit a lot easier. Some of your newer Darth Mauls, they will not bend correctly, and because if you can look inside the cockpit here, it's kind of short and stubby, and you don't have a lot of room when you close the dome. That figure was basically made to fit in this, and that's kind of why they have re-released it in the battle pack with the speeder back. So just so you know, in case you're taking a hammer out and trying to beat one of your Darth Maul characters into this cockpit, you can use the other one. So, and then it just snaps right back down and you're good to go. I think it's a pretty menacing looking ship. It displays very well. If you could sit it up on something that you couldn't see and leave the wings in attack mode, that looks pretty good. And even also it displays well with the this slightly opened. It even looks even more menacing. So there is some options you can do with it. But I do highly recommend it. If you missed this ship earlier, and I would definitely recommend picking this up. And that's it for this review, guys. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching. May the Force be with you.